All right, Shalom Akim. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. The honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. And I want to go into a word that I recently just learned, and a word that I damn near think about every day, every day since I learned it. Going into the word dispassionate, and how we have to be dispassionate in order to survive what's to come. Okay? Because this devil, the so-called white man, is going to lie on us, all right? Turn our families against us, make it seem like we're the crazy ones, and we still have to maintain our integrity unto the Heavenly Father, you know? And as Yahweh Shai was, so are we supposed to be, all right? And this stems off of the elder apostles. Well, it doesn't stem off of it, but I figure, it's the opportune time to bring out this word that I learned, especially going into the Apostle Tahar's video. You may end up homeless if you refuse the microchip. All right. And in short, you will end up losing that which is so-called essential. You'll be ostracized. All right. People will look at you as a terrorist. You will be homeless. All right. You can't buy or sell. All right. If you don't have the mark of the beast, if you don't have the RFID chip, so you won't be able to buy food. All right. People don't understand why we do what we do now. So imagine how much more when their life is in jeopardy. You see? But we still have to maintain sobriety. All right. So I'm just gonna read a few precepts on being sober. And I also want to get a example on Big Bro Yahweh Shai. All right. And we always have to think back on a person we know. All right. As a one person we know for a fact, that passed the ultimate test. That Yahweh Shai, I meant that the Most High put on him. The ultimate test of his faith. Because we are going to be tempted like never before, as Yahweh Shai was, man. The scriptures say he was sweating blood. All right. And that condition comes from an extreme fear or pain. All right. So this word, actually, I'll just start at 1 Thessalonians. I'll start at the top. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh cometh as a thief in the night. And as most people are, they're not working. All right, they just sit home, on Facebook, making memes, making TikToks. They're more asleep. So we see the day of the Lord coming not much quicker. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. That's right. Same time Esau's giving out stimulus checks. All right, hey, that's the spirit. Same time Esau's giving out stimulus checks. This goofiness. Same time Esau is giving out stimulus checks. All right, he's over here, doing these martial law drills right under your nose, man. All right. So it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief. Right? This is why we are utilizing our time to get more closer to the Lord by reading, praying, you know, linking up with the Akim, and examining ourselves to see um to see are we moving according to the scriptures. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep, all right, to fall asleep, drop off to sleep normally, to be dead, all right. So it says, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay, the word sober, to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit. All right, that's why we gotta have the what, Rakha Kwadash, as Yahweh Shah told the disciples. Um, real quick, what he told the disciples, man. John 14 and I think it's 26. 20. I started 26. But the Comforter. 25. These things have I spoken unto you, being yet present with you. But the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things, and bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you. Peace I leave with you. All right, that word peace is a state of national tranquility, exemption from the rage and havoc of war. Right. So the Holy Spirit allows us to be exempt, which when you're in the Holy Spirit, you're not, you know, um the Lord, you're taken over by the Lord. Any carnal fleshly desires, that's out the window, man. Brothers can attest, when you at camp or when you just doing a lesson, you in the spirit, every you might have had a hell of a day, man, but that don't mean nothing when you're in the spirit, man. A hell of a day, meaning like a bad day. I give unto you peace, I leave with you, my peace I give unto you. So not just any peace, all right, but Yahweh Shah, he gave unto us, man. He gave us him, all right, which we understand that he comes in the volume of the book, I give unto you, not as the world giveth I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. All right. So, in essence, for us to remain sober is to remain in the spirit. It says, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. All right. So now we understand what it means to be sober, be calm, and collected in spirit. All right. To be temperate, dispassionate, circumspect. Now that word really stuck out to me, dispassionate. All right. Which it means not influenced by strong emotion, and so able to be rational and impartial. Right, man. And it's like we're gonna be in that interrogation room, to where the heat is down upon us, and when you watch like certain movies, which I've never been in that situation, but just watching certain movies, um when you see like uh a cop feel like they got you dead to rights, and they'll just overtalk you, try to say things to get under your skin, and here you are allowing them to, and the more you say, all right, the more trouble you put yourself in. That's why the smarter ones are the ones that's been in that situation before. You notice they'll say, I want my lawyer, you know, because less is more. And to be unemotional, um, to be unemotional, hey, that's a spiritual power in itself. That's a spiritual power in itself, man. And not allow those emotions that you're feeling at that particular time. All right, as the brother Shar goes into making permanent decisions on temporary feelings. Okay, because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he's gonna lie on us, man. He's going to lie. All right, we already see it. We rapists. All right, we don't have jobs. You know what else they say, man? Just all types of so-called bad things that the world would think they will put that on us. You know, and hey, I know that not personally, but just being around people who's you may be on a job or something, and they may get emotional on, like, say for example, they may see an article about a rapist, kidnaps and rapes a 12, 13-year old, and they may have a daughter, so they're gonna feel some type of way. So when Esau pushes that on us, he knows that that's a triggering point that will push the world against us. As is written of in I want to say Second Ezra's. I think it's. Let me see. Salaki, 1 second. Salaki, I don't know what. Was I can't find a precept right now, but it speaks about how there's going to be a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Oh, verse 70. The Wadi Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, an uproar, an uprising against those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And as we live the same life with Yahweh, he told us, man, they persecuted me, they will persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. Okay? So this is Mark chapter 15 verse 1. And straightway in the morning the chief priest held a consultation with the elders and scribes in the whole council, and bound Yahushua and carried him away and delivered him to Pilate. And Pilate asked him, Art thou the king of the Jews? And he answering said unto him, Thou sayest it. And the chief priest accused him of many things, but he answered nothing. Okay? Because in that day, as it says in Luke 19, was that Luke 19? No, Salakia, Luke 21 and 12. Before all these things, all right, so we see Yahweh Shai went through it, and Yahweh Shai telling us we're going to go through it. But before all these, they say, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues. Because if you read up above, basically before the Son of Man makes his return in chariots to destroy our enemies, these are the things that's going to be happening. They shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it's to be honest, it's really nothing that, if you're in the spirit, it's not like it's going to come as a surprise to you. As it says in Isaiah 13, lift up the voice that they may go into the gates of the nobles. So at that point, we understand that this word has been heard. At that point, we also understand that the elect has been sealed. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts. All right, so here it is. Yahweh Shah is telling us to be calm and collective. Settle it therefore in your hearts. Digest what I'm saying to you. Not to meditate before what ye shall answer. All right. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And in the case of Yahweh Shai, no answer was the best answer, which that's sometimes the case. But nevertheless, we have to allow the Holy Spirit to take over. All right. We understand that certain things you may want to say, a lot of times it don't come out the way you want to say it. Actually, for the most part, it don't come out the way you want to say it, man. But when you're in the spirit, everything just flows. All right. So let us be sober, be diligent. All right. Be dispassionate. Because we about to lose. Okay. Not like we had anything to live for anyway. Not like we had a life to live for anyway. I tend to think that sometimes it's like, if you're not willing to live for something, how can you die for it? Changing your life to Yahweh Shai, if you're not willing to do that, how can you die for it, man? That's why a lot of these, false pastors, all right, these so-called Israelite teachers, they're gonna have a lot to deal with in that day. All right, but hey, just something quick in the spirit. Lord willing, you are edified. Shalom to the elect.